name is Peter. Welcome to another video about sailing vessel Silver Heels, My Roads 22. Today is September the 11th, 2020. It's a little afternoon and we are once again in Rockland, Maine. We've just launched Silver Heels and we're getting ready to go someplace, and I don't know where yet. But we should be out for a week again, and come along. So, I have been a mediocre videographer once again, although it's not entirely my fault. There was a lot of wind out there, and for where I wanted to get to, the wind is coming out of the north, so that's unusual. And so I have an anchorage that I checked out last sail that's a good anchorage for north winds, but to get there I had to sail close hauled across Penobscot Bay, which, you know, I'm still not all that good at. So I was heeled pretty significantly, yet still not going very fast. And so the heeling was such that I really couldn't, I needed two hands for myself. I made an attempt briefly to film stuff. Maybe that'll make it in, but at least until I got to the point where I was approaching the anchorage and I dropped the sails and was motoring, and I managed to get a few shots then. So I'm sorry to say that will have to be your fill of Maine sailing for this day anyway, unfortunately. Tomorrow the winds are supposed to be not as high. Forecast today was 5 to 10. I think it was 10 to 15 at least. Tomorrow is supposed to be 5 out of the north again in the morning, and then out of the south in the afternoon. So we'll decide tomorrow what to do with that. So I will show you the chart so you can see where we ended up, and I will do a look around, although the wind is still strong enough, even though we're reasonably protected, that it would probably affect the audio, so I won't try to talk during it. You'll just have to enjoy the beautiful scenery. Well, the wind has diminished some since I filmed the last segment, so I will risk trying to narrate this look around the harbor, and if there's too much wind noise, I'll just cover it up with music. Anyway, we'll start off looking north, and there's a nice house over there, and a lawn leading down to the water, and a flagpole, and seems to be some people near the water, and I see some smoke, so some kind of barbecue perhaps. Anyway, the reason we're so far from the shore is between here and shore, to the north and a little west and east of that is 3 feet and less deep. So we have to be a little further out, but that's quite all right. So over there, yeah, I think this is going to come out, are 3 wind turbines. Now we saw these from the other side on the last trip from Seal Cove, not to be confused with Seal Bay. Seal Cove, which is just off the Fox Island thoroughfare, and you know, they look very close to from that side, and they look very close from this side. Last time, only 2 of the 3 were turning, but they're all turning now. So I think, where is it? Oh yeah, there he is. There's a sailboat over there. I think he's anchored. He came in just ahead of me and stopped there. So, so I think he's anchored. And we have some little islands. Oh, by the way, what we had been looking at was all Vinal Haven Island. Well, we will still break out the chart, but now we can see some other little islands that are off Vinal Haven, and I haven't memorized all the names or anything, so. Except over there, I think that's Ledbetter, and we're about to go west. I don't know what it's going to look like to you. I'm getting the sun in my eyes. I can barely see the screen. And over there, I still can't see the screen, but there's a house over there. So we have like 2 houses. Whoop, I'm going to fall down. 2 houses we can see. So it's not as isolated in Anchorage as some we've been to, but. And then again, we're back to the north. And the house with the barbecue. All right, let's take a look at the chart so you know what you're looking at. All right, so here is Rockland Harbor. And the boat ramp down in this area someplace. And we came out. We motored out this far. I knew there was wind from my time in the parking lot getting the boat ready to go. But that was confirmed once we got out of the water. And the wind was, it was predicted to be north, but it was northeast. North would have been much better. So when we got out by the lighthouse at the end of the breakwater, you know, we tested things and found we could pretty much keep a course close hauled east across Penobscot Bay to, this is North Haven Island, Fox Island Thoroughfare, and Vinal Haven Island. And we came over, and we actually ducked between some of these rocks here. There's a gap in there, it doesn't really show in this chart, but came down this way through Ledbetter Narrows. This is Ledbetter Island here, and into this bay here. And we're not going to get a lot of detail here on this chart, but as the blue color indicates, it's a shallow area. And but you know, without studying much, just off the top of my head, I remembered that this would be an anchorage that would provide good protection from north winds. And well, turns out it is. Actually, it was amazing how conditions changed as we got out of the open here and came down and got protection. And what had been very blustery became quite calm for the most part. So anyway, I think we're in for a fine night in this anchorage. Tonight for dinner, we have chicken and rice with vegetables. And, of course, some wine.